Hey gearheads, it's your favorite wrench turner back at it again. Today we're tackling a classic, the mighty 5.4 Eler V8 in a 2009 Ford F150. We're giving those spark plugs a much-needed retirement party and installing some fresh faces to get that engine purring like a kitten. Well, a muscle kitten, of course. So grab your tools, crack open a cold one, and let's get greasy. Before we dive in, remember safety is key. Park your truck on a level surface, engage the parking brake, and disconnect the negative battery terminal, just to be extra cautious. Let the engine cool down completely before starting. Clear the decks, remove the engine cover and any intake components that might hinder your access to the spark plugs. Locate the ignition coils, those black plastic towers on top of the spark plugs. Coil cap chaos. One by one, gently unplug the electrical connectors from the ignition coils. Use a socket wrench with that handy swivel adapter to loosen the coil bolts and carefully lift the coils out of the way. Now the stars of the show. Use your 5/8-inch spark plug socket to loosen the old plugs. Be careful not to drop them into the cylinder head. That's a recipe for frustration. Compressed air can help blow out any debris before you unscrew them fully. Gap it up or not. Check the gap between the electrodes of your new spark plugs and compare it to the manufacturer's specs. Use the gapping tool if necessary to make any adjustments. Remember, a proper gap ensures the perfect spark. Screw it on. Thread the new spark plugs in gently by hand until they seat snugly. Then, use your torque wrench to tighten them to the specified torque. Refer to your manual again. Don't over-tighten, or you'll be saying goodbye to those threads. Reverse the curse. Repeat steps 3 to 5 for all remaining cylinders. Reinstall the ignition coils, coil bolts, and electrical connectors. Double-check everything to make sure it's nice and tight. Put those intake components and engine cover back in their rightful place. Reconnect the negative battery terminal. Fire it up, the moment of truth. Cross your fingers, turn the key, and listen to that 5.4 beast roar back to life. Hopefully it's smoother, peppier, and ready to tackle any adventure you throw its way. Bonus tips. Label the ignition coils before removing them to avoid mix-ups during reassembly. Use a shop rag to clean any dirt or debris around the spark.
Step into the unknown, 'cause this is where dreams